Welcome back to Hollow Knight. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we continue this little night's adventure? And by adventure, it's not really adventure still. You might be wondering, hey Dear Darling, didn't you say you were going to try and do the Pantheon Hollow Nest again in the last episode? Because you defeated the Godseeker once, and you said you were going to practice her against her off camera, and then be back raring to go for Pantheon Hollow Nest. Well, dear viewer, dearling, I suppose, that is true. That is what I definitely intended to do. It turns out Absolute Radiance is really, really hard, and in my practice off camera, I played her not maybe close to around the same amount of time I played her, or maybe like half an hour extra or something, maybe even more. I can't even remember. And I have defeated her once more since then, meaning I probably have like a defeat rate of her of like 1 in 50, which I was like, that's not like good enough reason, I think, for me to do the Pantheon of Hollow Nest if I'm gonna make it to the end after a very grueling 1 hour experience, just to, you know, probably die at the end. So is with a tough decision. I was like, I think I had to practice more against her. It's gonna have to be another episode of practice against her, which I didn't really want to do because I feel like it's a bit boring, a bit samey, but really she is just an incredibly difficult fight. Which I think that kind of goes without saying, to be honest. So I didn't want to. I did want to face a Pantheon Hollow Nest and give a honest to myself attempt at trying to defeat her, but she's just really difficult. And I just could only defeat her once more. You also might notice I'm using a different charm layout. I experimented with a few different charm layouts as well, and I actually completely forgot until just now that I changed them. But I believe that the best strategy against Absolute Radiance is actually kind of to use spells quite a lot, because as we established very early on, nail arts are really hard to make work in this fight, in my opinion. I'm sure someone better than me probably could make it work, but I feel like most of the situations where you get them done is very difficult, just because of the nature of a fight. It's a lot of unsafeness all the time. So I'm running, I'm gonna have to remember, I'm definitely running, so I dropped Hive Blood to basically put some more spell things in the end. I still think we need Mark of Pride plus, oh that's not, you dodge. Mark of Pride plus Unbreakable Strength, because those are just generally really good charms, in my opinion, and it's good to have them, especially on the final phase where you're basically only relying on nail damage. But I'm certain you can do it without nail damage using spell damage, but yeah, it's just with my experimentation that Abyss Shriek is really good against Absolute Radiance, as long as you can spare the spell power, what's it called, soul, to use it against her, because you can, it's much easier to hit than Cyclone Slash. You're always like underneath her most of the time, and it feels a lot safer than Cyclone Slash. Now the question is, can you spare the soul for it? And in that case, you just kind of had to practice not getting hit, which I've been doing so great of a job, as you can see. Okay, usually I'm not this bad at the first phase of a fight. I have beaten this first part before the transition into the other screen. I'm just going to reset this one multiple times without taking damage, but most of the difficulty lies within that middle section where you're hopping around on the platforms, which I think the best strategy for me is just to burst her down as quick as possible using Abyss Shriek, because I think it's her tankiest phase, at least. I can't tell if it's her actual tankiest phase or if it's just the phase that takes me the longest. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, because I learned from last time when I fought the Pure Vessel, when I managed to even get beating him down to like a 1 in 10 sort of ordeal, and how annoying it was in the end to keep doing a Pantheon and then still die against him whenever we faced him, because 1 in 10 is not quite consistent enough to really beat him. So 1 in whatever I've got with Radiance right now is definitely not good enough. So I was like, yeah, okay, we'll just record more practice against her. My shade cloak was not up yet. But it does mean I'm starting to learn what attacks I want to dodge, what attacks I don't. Not dodge, not don't dodge, but which attacks I do want to attack during and which ones I don't. Oh gosh, usually I don't want to attack during that orb one, and I usually don't want to attack during the nail ones as I go across the screen. But I'm a bit greedy sometimes, I'll be honest. And my entire game plan basically revolves around getting to the third phase with as much soul as possible, and then bursting her down as quickly as possible. I also decided High Blood wasn't very necessary anymore, because a lot of the time the damage I took was in quick bursts anyway, so High Blood prevents like me from taking... It basically regens like 1 HP sometimes, which I decided was not good enough to quite warrant the form charm slots it took up. So that's why it's gone. I don't know why I did that. I was too greedily going up for a heal. Oh gosh. Don't know how I dodged that. First, my general preferred strategy. It's a bit boring, but you just sort of wait on this one. I don't know how we dodged there. You know, just chill, wait for her to get close. Oof. I know we can heal here. And my general strat for this one is actually going underneath the platforms when I can. Ooh, okay, not. I started doing it a bit early. Because it's a lot easier to bait her out, I feel, if you go around the long way in a lot of these platforms. Like this. Actually, this is a pretty good run. Of course, the pogo strat I think works very well here because, as we found out, a lot of the time the attacks disappear off screen. Honestly, that was pretty good. Now, if I can only do that consistently, that would mean we can defeat Absolute Radiance a bit more often. It was only recently which I decided that this was the layout which I think would work best against Radiance. So that's probably why that was pretty good actually. I didn't expect to defeat her so quickly. It's only been 7 minutes. But yeah, I'm sorry. Just one more episode of warm up, and then hopefully we can get back to a Pantheon of Paladiness attempts. But oh gosh, she's really difficult. She's like I say with all the bosses which do double damage, is incredibly punishing, you know? Just like you make a small, tiny mistake at one point, and suddenly you are down half your HP, and can only take 1 or 2 more hits. But I think the realization that using spells against her was really the way to go. Really helped me out in, well, not defeating her, but at least getting consistently better. Ooh, gosh. Have a fight. Which is important. I don't know why I did that. That's not how you do this. And the realisation that High Blood isn't as good as I thought it was in these fights. Yes, technically you can mean that she sort of does half damage, but only if you can space out being hit by her long enough that the effect actually takes place. That's one of the attacks I just dodged in. Okay. Oh, it must have got hit by a sword. Burst it down, burst it down. Oh. You know, apparently I've gotten a lot more consistent. But yeah, I was like, we should really experiment more with the charms I use against her, because Oh my god, Void only does 1 damage. That's so fortunate. But yeah, I was like, we should definitely experiment more with charms we use against her, because if I remember correctly, you can change your charms between just before Pure Night, Pure Vessel, sorry. So you fight Pure Vessel and Absolute Radiance over the same set, and we've shown that we can fight Pure Vessel charmless, so technically any charm would be a benefit, and I think this is the right distribution of charms to keep that. Like, we're not going for a full spell build, it's sort of like a half and half. We're like double dipping, I suppose. So we still got like the Mark of Pride, and we got the Unbreakable Strength. That was a bad jump. I forget. I established that I really just want to dodge on the first 2 attacks on that one and not go for the greedy hits anymore, because a lot of time it just ends up with me jumping into attacks. That's a thing which I think happens a lot, is by trying to weave in a lot of these attacks between her spells, I end up just taking unnecessary damage. Really, I ideally don't want to get hit more than once on this phase of her, just so we can get maximum amount of spell usage again in the next phase. But you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I think we can heal here just quickly twice. Yep. And then as soon as you do that, you get mental reset. This phase is normally quite easy, as long as you remember you attack upwards, you don't attack sideways. That's not too bad. We got 3 soul to get done in this next phase. Oh gosh. Actually, it might be better to wait on this platform. Oof. Because here would be underneath her there and there. The problem with being on a lower platform is a bit more difficult to dodge some attacks. But it doesn't... Actually, that attack's quite easy to dodge. But we can do things like this. Sneak in a couple of attacks. Yeah, I'm also using... Let me think. So we drop High Blood. I'm still using Mark of Pride, Unbreakable Strength, and... I'm now using the 2-cost one, which means you get more soul on hit, and Shaman Stone? Is that the one where you do more damage to spells? I don't remember what the spell one's called, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I actually think I like really this position much better than that top one. That was a bit bad, I'm not gonna lie. The only problem is if she does that sword attack, which I guess we could just jump off like that to avoid having to deal with it. I did not see what attack she was doing. It's just about being patient, you know? Let her come to you. Don't go chasing her down, which is, you know, it's boring, but probably the way to do things. Apparently I just didn't jump. This is actually a really good place to stand for that attack. Oof. I hope we're going to have enough health. It didn't hit the thing. I'm almost outraged. But yeah, she's not very accurate at this point. And you absolutely can't heal during the last stage, as far as I can tell. It seems near impossible to. So, get your heals in, start climbing up. And then, do your best to dodge these attacks, I suppose. Oh gosh. Oh, I jumped into it. I'm still not very good at the last phase, seeing as I've only haven't had as much practice with it. And it's very different from the others, I suppose. Because that third phase is very similar... Wait, third phase? Second phase is very similar to her first phase. Wait, how many phases even are there? 1, 2, 2.5, 3. Yeah, 3 phases. Like every good boss should have A third phase. Yeah, not very good at that third phase yet. Trying to get better. It's just, it's difficult. With all the overlapping attacks that she often does. That attack. When... Sometimes I don't see it in time, how high I need to jump, and then kind of... Okay, this is a terrible start. Okay, you know what? Just take me out. Try it again. Now, obviously, we can't do that in the actual thing. Maybe we should stick with it. Because there's a decent chance, if we make it to her, in the actual Pantheon itself, we'll make it to the end and be like, oh, take 2 bad hits off the start. You gotta learn to be able to claw it back, into a victory. That's weird. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do the Hollow Knight videos. Like, I think I was considering this because the videos are like an hour long, which I think are absurdly long, and it's probably not all that great uploading every single attempt that I do. Because it's kind of, I suppose, not very fun to watch an attempt go an hour long and we just fail at the end. Unless you like my commentary, in which case I feel like you should probably be watching my Animal Crossing videos rather than my Hollow Knight videos, but that's up to you. Oh gosh, dashed the wrong way. Why did I do that? Oh my gosh, I thought I got scot-free there. So one thing I was considering to do was not put Hollow Knight on hold, but basically like start up another series, the next series, which is going to replace Hollow Knight, which I don't think I've talked about yet, so I won't spoil it. And then basically carry on playing Hollow Knight in the background, recording each attempt, and then when I finally get an attempt which defeats Absolute Radiance, that will be the upload schedule for that week. Split it into half and half, and have it take up both uploads. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm chasing her. Just to get a bit of soul. Oh gosh. Something I was considering, because I don't know how interesting it is to watch such a long video. Of a Pantheon over and over again, but some people might like it. Who am I to disparage that? This is my new favourite spot to stand in. This is so good. I always used to stand either on that top left one or that top one. Oh, I forgot about the curve. You must almost be dead, right? This one is so easy to dodge these attacks in almost every position. The swords can be a bit annoying, but still. The horizontal swords, not the windmill swords. Come on, pop down here again. You pop down there for 1 second. That's not what I meant. I can't even hit you during this attack. But better to be patient than impatient, I say as I get hit twice. Okay, we've got a little bit of time. It's not quite enough for a full heal. So if anything, we should have saved that last HP. I suppose if we fall off, it might matter. Seeing as falling off only does 1 heart damage. But you gotta think of your HP in 2s where you can. I feel like I gotta blame the camera on that one. Gosh, it didn't go down fast enough for me to see what I was doing. Oh! I thought I died. Ah. This last phase is very annoying. You see what I mean? It's not very consistent yet. I suppose that's what I could do in the background, is basically record half an hour practices against absolute radiance. And then, but I don't know, I don't really want to do that for like, if that's going to take me like 6 episodes and then in the background record. Not in the background, but like attempt to have a Pantheon of Paladinist. It's either that or I split my attempts up into half and half across 2 episodes. Because it's basically a given that if I die on the Pantheon of Paladinist, it's going to be to one of the last final 3 bosses. Most likely. Oh gosh. Oh, you know what? Something I didn't think about just until then. I was going to be like, I wish I had another invulnerability thing to dodge that spell with, in case something bad happens. I can definitely use Descending Dark to dodge that spell, can't I? I didn't think about that. So just now was a possibility. Because Descending Dark's got some invulnerability. T-frames. Right? And using it to get past the sweeping wall beam of light, I guess. That'll be pretty useful. Alright. So we just chill. Probably should look and see if you're being hit by anything by not or not. You know what I think the most annoying thing is because there's light beams in the background as well. It's kind of hard to see light beams on top of light beams. I know I complain about this a lot and I should probably just stop complaining about it now. But seriously, everything is just so bright all the time against radiance. I mean, it makes sense. She's meant to be literally radiant. But, come on. From like a gaming perspective, a player perspective, it's really hard to see some things. Now these are nice and differently coloured, right? Well, I suppose that's more of a problem if you're colourblind. They're probably not, they're probably just equal brightness. Does this game even have colourblind options? I don't know. That's a thing which is becoming much more focused on by devs is accessibility for people. You know, colourblind options, always been a thing. Apparently they've never been really good. I'm not colourblind, so I can't really tell you. Oh, that's not when you heal. This is when you heal. I think we can get back up to full HP if we play this patiently. Ooh. I'll say that spawn animation is also very bright white and yellow. Kind of hard to see. Sometimes. It's just these clouds in the background right here, which are just super bright. Oh no. Well, that's no good. Now we have to heal. Well, we don't have to, but I don't fancy my odds of beating this boss without getting hit from this point on. Also not teleporting down here a lot. Sometimes it's just how the dice roll not in your favour. Oh my god, the fact we almost dodged that attack is incredible. So you sort of just roll the dice, I suppose, by standing on this bottom platform. But you won't teleport down here and do the sword attack. Because if you do, it's almost undodgeable. Okay, I just jumped into that one. How many times have we defeated this episode? Just once? We got very close 2 more times, you see? I need to bring this up to a level of consistency along Pure Vessel. Because Pure Vessel, like, I'd say, like, Mecha Grim is probably about 1 in... What's the chance I lose? I'd say it's about 3 in 4 that I win. Same with Pure Vessel. Actually, maybe Pure Vessel's not 3 in 4. Pure Vessel might be 3 in 5 or something like that. Basically, we just need to get Radiance up to at least like a 1 in 2, I'd say. For it to for me to feel like it's a reasonable thing. And right now it's like a 1 in 20. So that's not great, to be honest. By definition. It leaves a lot to be desired. I hate these high jump ones. Oh gosh. I spotted that one just a little bit too late. Not too late, but just in time, sorry. To dodge it. I don't know why I'm jumping. Skin a little bit happy feet. Ooh. Slim dodge. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm almost tempted just to... Because I feel like a lot of the other Pantheon videos right now when I'm attempting them are just like idle chatter basically for 48 minutes, and then you tune in to see if I actually make any progress or not, defeating, or see where I die, that sort of thing. Like, which is, you know, it's fine. Like, obviously I do that a lot already, like with my Animal Crossing videos and that sort of thing. I feel like it's not really in the spirit of Hollow Knight, don't you think? It feels like a bit of a weird mishmash between the gameplay and the style of commentary I'm bringing towards it. When I'm like fighting a boss, being like, oh, what's your like favourite fruit or something? Mine's mangoes, by the way. I mean, I feel like it feels fine now, but it's sort of like defeating the purpose of the game, I suppose, at that point. Oh. Invulnerability frames helping us out there. It's a difficult balance, knowing how do we not get hit by the first half of it? When to heal and when you can't. Ugh. When to dodge. Probably I should stick more to my word and just basically burst through this fight, use all my soul on it instead of healing. Like, use all my soul on it and then just concentrate on getting good at not getting hit in the last phase or something. The last phase feels so random though, is a problem. If anything, the way I should do it is concentrate on this first part of a phase and get through with full soul and full health, and then I'll be able to consistently mitigate some of the damage. Like, only need to mitigate enough of the damage in that second phase for me to make it to the second and a half phase and the third phase. Like, bad start, to be honest. So you just wait for a laser attack. That's when you heal. Not that laser, the other laser. There's a lot of sword explosions, I'm not gonna lie. These overlapping attacks though. Deadly. Premonition. Heard it was an amusing game. Not a very good game. Heard it stutters like a PowerPoint project. I think those horizontal swords have definitely become my least favourite attack from Radiant. Oh my god. From Radiance. Ooh. Also, I always forget you can actually pogo on those ground spikes. Oh no. Oh, that's just terrible. Especially when you're on low on health. These black spikes, you know, I get them meant to be very helpful. Being like, hey, you're low on health. I just can't see the edge of the screen though. It's quite important for dodging some of their attacks, you know. So yeah, this is basically what we don't want to happen. We're down HP and we have no soul at the start of this fight. Just a disaster. Say in disaster. Ooh. Okay. Didn't dodge. I forgot I was gonna try just bursting her down. Just burst her down. Ah. Oh. Stop doing this attack, please. Please. I wonder if that's the attack that gets me the most. Oh. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. But I'm barely breathing. Okay, well, we got 1 HP, which, not optimal, to be honest. Some would say. Distinctly suboptimal, I would even wager. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's actually the way you're meant to do this part, but I found looping under the platforms tends to do alright for me because you tend to overshoot the platform. Oh, that hurt because I attacked the wrong way. So yeah, that's kind of why I wanted more practice against Absolute Radiance. It's been half an hour, I can't believe it. It's a really annoying boss fight. I'm kind of dreading getting to the end of a Pantheon again, and then just losing to it over and over and over again. So I'm going to try. Hopefully by next time we can actually try another attempt on Pantheon. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Hollow Knight episodes or what I said earlier. We'll have to see. But until then, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Hollow Knight. I've been Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, all greatly appreciated. Join my Discord, follow me on Twitter. Hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.